Hi, my name is Mike Dalco and I'm an independent affiliate with Karatbars International. I'm excited to share with you today some very important features and facts about our extraordinary company, Karatbars. The founder of Karatbars International is a gentleman by the name of Mr. Harold Size, and he had a very astounding vision. It was to get gold to the masses. I personally believe that bigger than the financial opportunity with Karatbars is its ability for the average person to acquire gold 1 gram at a time. You see, as soon as you acquire your very first gram of gold, you're getting richer. I read this book called The Richest Man in Babylon, and one of the first things the book talks about is to pay yourself first. In this extraordinary program, it's really not about the business portion. The business is sort of a pleasant side effect. It's really about every time you come into money, moving money properly and paying yourself first. When you pay yourself first in gold, that gold becomes a store of value, allowing you to expand your wealth over time. And that, I believe, is the foundation or the brick of what Karatbars International is all about. You know, it's really important where you get your information from. Don't take your information cues from the politicians or the financial sector, but instead do your own research. Listen to this clip of Senator Ron Paul asking former Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke about gold.
Important issue.
Well, it is an important issue, Congressman, but you're mistaken in saying that the Federal Reserve has spent any money. You say $5 trillion. We have lent money. We have purchased securities. That's not buying. That's not dissipating. The money. We've gotten all the money back. As an article over the weekend by Alan Sloan showed, in fact, the Fed has been a major profit center for the U.S. government. We've turned over profits in the last 2 years of $125 billion. So we are not costing any money in terms of budget deficits or anything like that. In terms of what we were trying to do, of course, the reason the Federal Reserve was founded a century ago was to try to address the problems arising from financial panics, which did, by the way, occur in an unregulated environment in the 19th century. We provided liquidity and short-term loans to help financial systems stabilize. We did that not because we particularly care about the managers or the shareholders of financial firms.
I hate to interrupt, but my time is about up. But I would like to suggest that you say it's not spending money. Well, it's money out of thin air. You put it into the market and you hold assets, and the assets aren't, they are diminishing in value when you buy up bad assets. But very quickly, if you could answer another question, because I'm curious about this. The price of gold today is $1,580. The dollar during these last 3 years was devalued almost 50%. When you wake up in the morning, do you care about the price of gold?
Well, I pay attention to the price of gold, but I think it reflects a lot of things. It reflects global uncertainties. I think the reason people hold gold is as a protection against what we call tail risk, really, really bad outcomes. And to the extent that the last few years have made people more worried about the potential of a major crisis, then they have gold as a protection.
Do you think gold is money?
No.
It's not money. Even if it has been money for 6,000 years, somebody reversed that and eliminated that economic law.
Well, it's an asset. I mean, it's the same. Would you say Treasury bills are money? I don't think they're money either, but they're financial assets.
Why do central banks hold it?
Well, it's a form of reserves.
Why don't they hold diamonds?
Well, it's tradition, long-term tradition.
And some people still think it's money. I yield back.
So you see, that's an example of how you can get varying information from different sources. There, the Federal Reserve Chairman says that gold is not money, and yet the Congressman Ron Paul so aptly stated that gold has been money forever. So you see, you have to watch where you get your information from. And with Karatbars International, we give the average individual the opportunity to acquire gold, something that only 1% of the people on the planet are able to do. And you can get richer 1 gram at a time. Why not be like the countries around the world that are hoarding gold? Take a look at this quick clip.
By the mainstream media. Something else very interesting is happening in global capital markets. Today, gold touches $1,300 an ounce for first time since November 8th. Remember, a lot of analysts have been writing gold off. Continue its long-term downtrodden trajectory, even though that's been the complete opposite of what gold has done over the past 4,000 years. Gold rose to a 3-month high on Thursday, briefly breaking above 1,300 after disappointing U.S. economic figures further hurt the dollar and equity markets. They know that the system is coming to an abrupt end very soon, which is why they are stockpiling things like gold, along with other countries like China, which is what I think is really happening. Going back to the question is, will China unload a global debt bomb to create a chasm in international markets? Of course, anything's possible, and of course, they've been borrowing in record amounts. But I think it's more has to do with China actually diversifying their holdings. They've been buying gold in droves in recent months, especially when gold had dipped a few months ago. To, I believe, internationalize
So you
their
see, these
currency.
are just the facts. So with Karatbars International, all we do is save our money in gold. This is really not about a business. It's really about building wealth, 1 gram of gold at a time. Do what the wealthy do. Pay yourself first. And when you pay yourself, make sure you pay yourself in an asset that is expanding in value over time, which is gold. Every time you acquire 1 gram of gold, you're getting richer. And then it's a multiplied effect. Share it with as many people as possible. And as they acquire gold to secure their own family's wealth, you'll get richer because you'll earn a small commission when they save their money in gold as well. Take a look at the Karatbars opportunity. Get back with someone who's in Karatbars and ask them to show you the wealth building plan in gold. Until then, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you at the top.